learn from Jalen today. All right. And Jemiah, go ahead and type what you need in the chat, and I will also send you my number later. All right. So, condensation is, all right, when water vapor turns into a liquid. All right. So when a gas turns into a liquid, that is condensation. Okay, we're going to be talking a little bit more about this today. So it's okay if you got it incorrect right now. All right. Which of the following is an example of convection? All right. So Dakota feels the wind flowing when she's on the beach. All right. Convection is the flow. Is when cold air rises. Is when warm air rises and falls. All right. And condensation usually happens on a cold surface. So notice if you got like a nice glass of orange juice, all right, you got an ice cube in there, all right, it's gonna the condensation is gonna happen around the glass because the glass is now a colder surface. Frozen condensation is called frost. Remember when he got that right? The sun's rotation on its axis that causes day and night. Does the sun rotate? Let's go, Featherson. Does the sun rotate?
The sun rotate. I think it does. The reason why I say it does because say like this. You know how some people on like different sides of the earth, Earth, they like sometimes when it's our dark time, it's their light time.
So Dalvin, can I get you to unmute? Is the sun rotating? Let's go, Dalvin.
Hello?
Thanks, Featherson.
No, the sun is not spinning around. It's the earth that's spinning around.
So why does it look like the sun is spinning around?
It looks like that, but it's really not because we're moving around the sun. The earth is moving around the sun. That's why the sun doesn't move.
All right. So Featherson, you just said the sun was moved around. Featherson, go ahead and type in the chat if you were correct. All right. Or to change your answer. All right. And for this last part, if you are done early, go ahead. You can also do it by the end of class. I'm going to give you a chance to show what the particles look like as a gas versus what they look like as a liquid. All right. And now we are going to move on with Ms. Vazquez. You on mute?
I'm on mute. I was just talking for no reason. Everybody, let's try again. Everybody makes mistakes. That's okay. We're going to fix them. All right. So again, thank you all for being present today, for finding a quiet space and quiet mind. I really want everyone to be participating. So I want to see everybody in the camera. We want to have a good day and we want to pass this test that we have coming up. So maybe you definitely want to pay attention. All right, everybody? So we can move on to the next slide. You already did your do now. Thank you guys so much. All right, can somebody unmute themselves? And can you please read this objective? Keith, can you unmute yourself? Or we'll ask you to unmute. And can you read this objective for us, Keith?
The first one or the second
one? There's only one, I think.
So great scientists.
Great scientists.
Will be able to observe
evaporation
and explain how it happened and
differentiate
condensation.
Good. So what are the two things that we're going to learn today? With the word evaporation and did you get the second word? What is that last word? I'm asking you, when you read this, what did you understand from it? What is that first word that we're going to observe?
That word is evaporation.
Evaporation.
Good. And that last one is what?
Condensation.
Perfect. Good job, Keith. So those are the two words that we're going to really talk about today, evaporation and condensation, and what the difference is between the two. All right, everybody. Go ahead, Ms. Bangurah.
All right, so today we're going to just go over really quickly what condensation is. We touched on it yesterday. All right, so in a second, you're going to get a chance to fill in the words for condensation. Go ahead and fill it in now. And if you got 3 out of 3, even if you got 1 out of 3, go ahead and shout yourself out in the chat. I'll open up to everybody. If you got 1 out of 3, go ahead and shout yourself out, because that means you still got a point. And if you got 0 out of 3, that means you tried. All right, so go ahead and fill in the words on your Nearpod. Once again, I'm going to drop the link in the chat for everybody who may have came in just a little bit late. Oh, we got some people with some points. Go ahead and shout yourself out in the chat. We got Neville, Liam with some points. Ms. Vazquez with some points. All right, Neo. Also, I'm looking for somebody to also be able to read what condensation is. Zorian Webb got some points. Nice. All right, nice job, Mackins. Nice job trying. Let's keep it going. Give us about 1 more minute. Yes, Dalvin with the point. Jabril trying. Looking for Xavier, Destin, Keshard, Jalen, Lexus. Oh, Jalen with the 3 out of 3. Nice job. Jemiah, Trinity, and Drew. Go ahead and get these points. Take the next 30 seconds. Nice, Jemiah. Okay, Trinity. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Can I please have Aaron Simon go ahead and read out condensation for me? Condensation
What I said.
is right on the screen.
Condensation. I don't know that other word.
Occurs
When the invisible water,
vapor. Keep going. You're doing great. In the air. All right. I think but you was doing really good. You said condensation occurs when invisible water vapor in the air condenses on cold surfaces to form water droplets. All right. And so, all right, so you had a chance to fill in the blank. And so now we're going to talk about what condensate. We're going to talk about what the first one is condensation. So an easy way to remember it is condensation goes from a gas to a liquid. All right. Condensation goes from a gas to a liquid. Evaporation goes from a liquid to a gas. All right. Go ahead and type in the chat, which way does condensation go? Yup. Gas to a liquid. You said gas, liquid. All right. So it's gas to a liquid. All right. And then yes, thank you, Zanaya Bell. And then which way does evaporation go? I'm looking for a few more people to be responding in the chat. We got Keith. Go ahead and respond in the chat. Destin, Aaliyah McQueen, Drew. We got Jazari, Featherson. All right. Go ahead and respond and show what you know in the chat. Which way does evaporation go? Oh, okay. I'm getting some responses. All right. There we go. Blowing up the chat. Beautiful. Awesome. Great. Now we're going to move on. So I had this one scientist. She's in Cheryl's house. She's another student. And she texts me like, oh, Mr. Bangurah, I had this ball of water and I left it outside the other day. And when I came back, some of the water was gone. It vanished. And I'm like, Layla, the water could not have vanished. So now I want to see who can raise their hand in a virtual chat. Who can raise their hand and tell me and explain what happened to Layla's water? Who can explain what happened to Layla's water? Go ahead and raise your hand in the chat so I know that you are ready to unmute. Oh, we got Liam. Neo, see, you was about to tell everybody. You can't tell everybody. Okay? This is for points. Great. Let's see who can explain how the water disappeared from Layla's bottle. We got Jabril, Liam, Neo. We have a lot of people in the chat who can make a guess about what happened to Layla's water. Did she empty it out? She said she left it there. She forgot about it and she came back and some of the water was gone. Let's go, Liam. What you think happened?
I think it evaporated.
You think it evaporated? Great. Can I get Jalen Williams? Can I get you to build? Go ahead and build onto that thinking.
What I said was like the heat turned it into gas.
Tell me more about that. Where did that heat come from? Who could tell
sun.
me where the heat comes from?
The
Let
sun.
me see who I have not heard from. Let's go, Destin. Where does the heat come from?
The sun.
Good. So who can give me a complete sentence to put it all together? What happened to Layla's water? Let's go, Drew.
What you say?
Who could put it all together? What happened to Layla's water? Oh, Trinity got something? Okay. Go ahead, Drew. And then we're going to go to Trinity. Great, Drew. We're going to come back to you. Trinity, go ahead. Talk to me. With the money sign. And Zanaya Bell. Okay. Go ahead, Zanaya.
Okay, so what I think happened to the water is that it condensate. How do you say the word condensation? Condensation. And what's it called? I don't know.
Okay, can I help you out just a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So, right, earlier Liam said that the water evaporated. All right. Then Jalen built on and said that the water turned into a gas. And then Destin said that we get our heat from the sun. So do you think you could put it all together on what happened to Layla's water?
It what's called evaporated and it turned into a gas.
Because of what?
Because of condensation.
Well, how did it turn to a gas? If it was left outside, where did it get its heat from?
From the sun.
Yes. right? So it's evaporated because of the heat from the sun. Nice job, Zanaya, tying it all together.